Hello! Let's see in this video how we can introduce the information of the score and the match time in the perimeter system. To do it, we will use LDSperimetral from one side, and we will use LDS scoreboard as the application to manage the score and the time of the match. Okay? So, the first idea is that we will have a small perimeter that will be composed by 16 cabinets, right? 96 pixels high by 128 pixels wide, and we will be using the top overlay features to introduce the score. The top overlay sequences are sequences that will be played on top of any content that you may be reproducing. Okay, so the first thing that I am going to do, is to go to the sequence edition, and I will add a new sequence that will be a score. I will indicate that this is an overlay sequence, which is clearly identified here by this icon, and I will select an image that I have already created and is in the list of files that you get when you download the application. That will be a blue background of 256 pixels wide and 96 pixels high. It will be a content that will be centered and will have text on it. The idea is that we will place the text in the on top of the image, and we will define where will be the data source of this text information, to say the content, and we will indicate how we want to display. In this case, we will leave this font file and these other specs of the text. It will be on white, written in white. The important part here is the data source. You can select a fixed text, content from a file, content that is managed from the control panel, or information that comes from LDS scoreboard or an HTTP request that may connect to your own scoreboard if it allows you to provide this information through HTTP API. In this case, as an example, I will select the LDS scoreboard, automatic complete score. Complete references the idea that is the local and the visitor teams, both, right? Not just the score of the local or the visitor. As a space, we will place this element. We could leave in a space. You could place whatever you want here. The IP of the computer that is running LDS scoreboard. In this case, as it is running in this computer, it will be the loopback IP, okay, and the port that the system is running, that LDS scoreboard is running. We will save this, and when we click on the score button, the score will appear. In this case, the score is managed by LDS scoreboard, which you can see it here. It already has a set of goals or set of marked here in the team management area. So when I click on a score, we see that we are 5-5. If we are playing some content, you will see that it is always on top of any content that you may run. You can hide it or you can play it. Okay. So when you change the score in the scoreboard system, the information will be reflected in the perimetral system. Other information that may be useful for you, of course, the time of the match. So let's go for it. In LDS scoreboard, each timer has an ID. It's a name, a unique name of the score. Let me close the perimeter for a second. Perfect. Each timer has a different ID. In this case, the match timer has the ID match, and the possession timer has the ID possession, original. So what we are going to do here is to tell to LDSperimetral that we want a new overlay sequence that will be the time of the match. Overlay sequence on. We will add a blue background in the middle, a 256 pixels image that will be centered. It will be a text message and will have a timer. We have to identify the computer that is playing LDS scoreboard. In this case is the local machine and this port for us, and will be the ID match. We want the information to be displayed in minutes and seconds, not hours, minutes and seconds. But we also are going to add another element that is 128 pixels wide on the left side of the perimeter, for example, and it will be displaying the possession timer. In this case, we only want seconds. So here we have it, we save it, and when we click on time, we have the time of the match and the possession timer. Okay, as you can see, it's very easy. You could place information of any system that you would have. I mean, if they have an HTTP service, let me stop it. Good. An HTTP service to gather the information with LDSperimetral here, just configuring the data source as a raw HTTP request and indicating here the IP, the port and the URL, you could get the information from your own system. Okay, it's quite simple and it will allow you to have some nice flexibility. So, thanks so much for watching. I hope that this video has been useful for you, and see you in the next video. Bye!